Welcome to All My Friends Are Fucked with Nicky G.
And Tarryn. And Cornelius.
Our special guest, Corn.
If we sing happy birthday, he'll start to howl.
Should we do it? Or will he not stop?
No, he'll do it and then he'll stop.
Okay.
Shoot it.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Corn. Happy birthday to you.
And really, it's happy birthday to us. It's our season finale.
Oh my gosh. We're 1 year old.
We're one season
We're
old.
not. Wait, that was unbelievable.
Yeah, he loves. So that was special.
That was really special.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, so we're coming back. We're taking a little hiatus.
Yes, we are.
We're coming back in season 2. We're going to do a lot of work this summer. I think we learned a lot in season 1.
We learned a lot. Yes, we did.
I honestly can't even believe that we did a fucking podcast. Like, I can, but also we just were like, let's just start it.
Yeah. I mean, it was crazy that we just said, let's do it. And then we just bought the stuff.
We just like went on Amazon and we were like, what do we need? Headphones, microphones, podcast machine.
This is why being impulsive has strengths and weaknesses, because the strength, we did it. We said, fuck it, let's do it. We don't even care.
We didn't even research.
No.
We'll
figure it out.
Yeah.
Now we're like, okay, we got a lot to figure out.
Mm-hmm.
First off, podcasting is so fucking hard.
It's hard. It's very time consuming.
Super time consuming. It's not hard.
No.
Yes. The time consumption and doing it all yourself.
Yes.
That's hard.
I also think the podcast part itself, like this part, easiest part. Yep.
This is the easiest
part.
part.
This is what we do all day. I podcast you all fucking day with my voice memos.
All the time. Yes. Yeah. Through this process, I have learned that you love to do that.
I love the voice memo.
Yeah, you love the voice memo.
I do. Well, yeah, and you've been doing it back, so that's good.
I have been. And I realize, like, I have to, what I do that you don't like, I know, is when I talk into my phone as the text.
I can't do it.
Because it sounds
First of all, there's no punctuation at all. You will send me like a paragraph this big and it's like all one sentence. And I'm like, she's pissed off because you're so business. So it's like, if you talk business and you're using voice to text, it's like boom, 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 boom. If you send me a voice memo with business, you're like laughing. Like there's personality.
Yes.
You know?
I know, because I'll be like doing my hair. I'll be taking a shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it'll just be like, I'll put my phone down and then I'll just be like, so blah, 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 blah. Like, I can do anything.
That's crazy.
But I don't want to voice memo you when I'm going to the bathroom and doing.
That's never stopped me.
Wow. I'd be scared.
I know. I'll like hold it in between. No, just kidding. I send like 6-minute ones, so it's like you can't.
Yeah, you do. That's the thing. Yours are like time consuming. I have to say, like, hold on, wait. I need to listen to this. I'll tell Sam, like, wait.
Yeah.
5
or just put it on speaker. Sam in the background. Yeah. So, okay. So what do we want to do differently? So first we're going to do a new studio.
New studio.
Yep.
We're done. We're getting out of my office.
We're getting out of the therapy office.
Isn't that crazy? We've done a whole season at my office.
Yeah. Do you feel like it's influenced like the way that you exist on the podcast too? Like, do you feel like you let loose? Sometimes when you sit in that green chair.
Yeah. Apparently I asked more questions when your brother was here.
Yeah.
I asked a lot more questions. No, I don't think it's influenced much. I think if anything, it makes me see how I want to redecorate it more.
Yeah, like this rug.
This rug has been.
Can we see it on any of the videos? No,
you can't. We should upload a picture.
We'll upload. Yeah,
and it never lays straight.
It never lays straight. The amount of things we've spilled on this rug just for fun, not for fun, but accidentally. Except that one time that I like knocked my venti coffee. You can't even see it.
Yeah. And you were like, stop cleaning. I was like, no, I have to.
I was like, let's buy you a new one. You're like, I will do that.
This rug it's haunted. It is. Everyone who knows, even my clients now, I'm just like, sorry, the rug's rippled. Because one of them was trying to lay it flat with their
mortifying.
shoe.
Yeah.
And then one of my other clients was like, can you lift your chair? This is driving me nuts. And she literally tried to straighten it out.
Yeah, you need a new rug. It's time.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so anyway, new studio. We're going to be, somewhere new. It's going to be fun. This place is great, though. So, like, we're just going to be a step up in some ways.
Has been fun.
Yeah.
But it's time.
Yeah, it's time. New look. we were really figuring out our look through season 1. If you think about it, like we started with, well, we can talk about our first video was probably the ugliest thing. Like as someone who works in television, it might have been my most embarrassing moment that it's like, look what we created. As a content creator, looking at those first couple videos.
Yeah.
It was bad.
It was bad. It was bad. We were so yellow.
We were yellow. Yeah. The mics were in front of our faces. We were incredibly zoomed out.
Yeah. It was so bad.
It was really bad.
So that's not going to ever happen again. But then it changed. It actually changed. I remember we were like, why is it so yellow? Like that was a journey. Also us going like kind of off the cuff, having our ChatGPT episode, which I forgot about. Until just now when we were asking ChatGPT
to produce our episode for us.
Produce our episode for us in the moment.
I loved that episode.
I like that episode too.
That was our conspiracy theory episode.
Was that our conspiracy
Yeah, because
theory?
It was like birds aren't real. We got into birds aren't real and you're like, what's that? Which reminds me, one of my favorite things from season 1 is when it came to birds aren't real, and I brought this up to you like 5 million times because I just find it so funny, is that when we talked about the conspiracy birds aren't real, the part for you that threw you off the most that I've never heard anyone say is the production of the birds. That's the gear in your mind that you could not get over. Like you're like, that means that there's a factory out there making the feathers, making the beaks, like You're like, it's just too expensive.
Yeah, it would be such an expensive operation. Well, especially now if they were if they're being made in China, now it'll get really expensive.
Oh, true. Yes, now.
Yeah. But I was thinking about that actually yesterday. I'm glad we bring this up because I was walking the dog and there were multiple birds, one on the tree, like one in, running around, and they were all different sizes. And I'm just like, how the fuck would there be a need to have all the birds not be real? Like that would just cost. It still blows my mind.
Well, but would you have believed it if we didn't live in a world with phones and computers and things like that? And you're like, well, there's this big government system and they obviously want to see what we're doing. What's the best way to spy on us?
Wouldn't they just have I'm guessing in this universe there's still cameras that exist?
Well, yeah.
Even if there were no
Well,
phones?
cameras were invented in like the early or like the late 1800s. Yeah. So like way before phones.
Like, when are we when you're, like, proposing this conspiracy?
So,
is this like 1905?
I'm thinking even, like, 1970. Because if you think about it, we didn't have smartphones then. We didn't have computers then. I would like some places had computers, but a computer was like a binary system, not like what we know of it as, today.
Yeah.
Court, are you giving me a million
Which
kisses?
I didn't even know that it was a binary system. See, this is what boggles my mind. This is what I've learned about you through the podcast. I know we're segueing here and we'll get back. Is that like, certain tech things really well. But when it comes to other tech things, I was trying to figure out the voice memos. Like, where do they go? God. The other day was amazing. And also, the part that blew my mind was that you didn't know that the phone has voice memos.
No. I knew.
Just record.
I didn't know there was an app. I didn't know it was an app. Okay, that sounds really dumb too.
It's like built in with the phone.
With technology, it's like some stuff feels so obvious. And then some stuff, it's like,
yeah,
I'm a little boomer.
Like you getting a new phone, you're like, how do I back it up? It's like, bitch, it just transfers. How was it? How was getting your new phone?
Amazing.
Yeah, seamless, right?
Yeah, it was like a mirror. My old phone became my new phone, which honestly, I liked, but I didn't like. Because like sometimes you want to say goodbye. You want to say goodbye to all the old stuff. And it's like, now I have a new phone.
That's how the phones are these days.
Yeah. Now it's like, oh, everything that I was trying to erase. Still there. Like my ChatGPT history.
Still there. Yeah. Well, you could, I mean, get rid of it or upload parts of it. But that's been my favorite thing because you're so smart. Didn't you almost do an engineering program at one point?
No. I did.
I thought you were going to do a computer science.
Oh, Jesus.
In recent times.
Oh, yeah.
Or coding.
I took an aptitude test that got me into some like computer programming thing.
Yeah, because you're like a secret genius.
I don't know if that's true.
Or it's not even secret. You're an overt genius.
I'm like the type where it's like, you're smart. And so because you're smart. Okay, Corn.
Corny, come here.
Yeah, it's like that thing where it's like, if you're really smart at some things, you're really dumb at other things, like the most basic of things.
I mean, that's all of us.
Sometimes I say the dumbest shit.
I mean, me too.
Yeah.
Me too. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm like very dumb with lots of things.
Me too.
I'm like very like, it's like Barbie, airhead. Like,
yeah. Wait, what are you dumb at? I can't think of a single thing.
I feel like it'll be like when I flew recently, like about a month ago, like the bathroom door in the plane was like the weirdest like one on the outside. I had never like encountered. I don't even know. It was just so
Was
weird.
it the foldy one?
No, that one I know how to use.
Oh, okay.
I know how to use. Like as if it's like you have to learn how to use these things. But this one, it was just like, I think I just wasn't really paying attention to. But the flight attendant was like, you do this. I was like, oh.
You're like, excuse me.
Yeah. I just like, I also think like when you're flying, you're like not really paying attention or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it took me a second to open the door. And that's where I'm like, I'm fucking airhead.
Well, here's
about shit.
A question for you.
Yeah.
Are you good at history? Because
no.
One thing we learned when on our first podcast episode, when you brought up that you had just seen Gladiator 2.
Yes.
And you were like, how in the world, like this is so unrealistic that they would get water inside the Colosseum.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that came at us. And they were like, haven't you ever heard of aqueducts? Like, as if we would have heard of aqueducts.
Yeah. I mean, I have, but like...
I haven't.
Was the aqueduct so long that it went to the ocean from where the Colosseum was? Was the Colosseum, like, on the beach?
I mean, I think it was in Rome, right?
Yeah. But, like, how close to the beach was it? Is this, like, a seaside Colosseum? Like, if we
I'm
were
gonna be
talking about
honest.
in Santa Monica terms,
yeah.
Is it, like, where the pier is the Colosseum where, like, I don't know, the first strip of restaurants on Ocean is? Like, how close are we to the ocean to get ocean water into the Colosseum? But still,
But still, we didn't know. And I'm going to be honest, like, I still don't know what an aqueduct is. Someone was like, oh, it's because of the aqueducts. And I just accepted it as it was and did not look up what that even is. What is it, a tunnel?
I think so. Isn't it like a drainage system? Like, it's a way that water gets irrigated. Isn't it part of irrigation? I feel really this is I feel dumb.
But
and this
so do
is
I.
Where like shows, are you smarter than a fifth grader? Do you remember that show?
Yep. Well, we were smarter when we were fifth graders. I think about that all the time. I think about being in sixth grade. I used to do like the craziest shit where like there was this one thing that we had to do where we had to memorize all the countries and their capitals. And I sat down.
Countries?
Every country on the planet.
Like 250?
Yep. It was like 260 something at the time. I forget what it was. But I sat down and looked at an entire map within a 30-minute period or less. And I wrote down every country and every capital.
In 30 minutes or less? Damn.
Like shit like that. Because I was like, I'm a kid. All I have to do is learn it.
Yeah, I guess. Well, see, with that, it's like book smart, but like the experience.
Oh, yeah.
Like that's a different smart.
But that's
smart.
all that show. Are you smarter than a fart grader? Are you smarter than a fart grader? Why can't I speak? Are you smarter than a fifth grader? That's what those questions are.
Yeah, I would never want to go on that show now, especially with their math. Have you seen kid math nowadays?
Oh, isn't it like weird blocks and shit?
Weird.
Yeah. Weird. Math is so easy. It's just like, do it regular. Do it normal.
Yeah. See, you say math is easy because you're
I'm left-brained.
Covert genius.
Remember when left brain and right brain was a thing?
Yeah, which it's totally not. This training that I'm doing right now, the one that's the bane of my existence,
the
40-hour training that I signed up for, we're talking all about left brain and right brain and
how that was fake?
Both. Yeah. Oh my God, totally.
Oh.
Yeah.
But like, I think when we learned about left brain, right brain, I don't think anyone thought that we were only using one half of our brain.
I think some people thought that because
or
at least some people went into the stereotype of like, oh, you know them, they're right-brained. Or like...
It's like, unless they had a lobotomy, like, why would your brain sides not speak to each other?
Well, remember that whole thing back in the day when people were like, you only use 10% of your brain.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Bullshit.
That is the dumbest thing. I remember thinking that was dumb at the time.
Yeah.
Because then I was like, what's the other part?
Right. On paper, it's actually dumb. And if it was 10% of your brain, it's like, what, 10% of each, like, what, each lobe? Like, where are you talking about this 10% thing?
And our brains are just like these big, mushy gumballs.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's weird.
Great to have a refresher on the brain.
I bet.
So my whole course is called Interpersonal Neurobiology.
Interpersonal Neurobiology.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's been fun.
That is cool. You've got 40 hours of work ahead of you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you like our banana hats, though?
I do.
Me too. We didn't even talk about our banana hats.
You and I have some ADHD.
I have ADHD?
I mean,
Are you diagnosing
I'm
me?
just speaking. No. I'm going to be so hyperbolic here, and I think I'm just going to use it for fun because
do it.
you and I come into this with like ideas of what we're going to talk about. We do produce. Now we've learned to produce towards the end of this. And then we derail. Okay, so the banana hats. Let's talk about our banana hats.
I fucking love your banana hat today. Okay, yeah. So I got this banana hat last year when I first came back to LA.
Okay.
Went to Palm Springs with my friend. Saw this banana hat. Orange is my favorite color.
Yeah.
And was like, I need it, even though it was stupid expensive.
So expensive.
Like,
for what it is.
For a fucking hat that's not even flattering.
No.
It's not a good hat.
It's like macaroni and cheese orange, which I do love.
I do love that
Let's
too.
See. This is, I kind of look like, honestly, it looks like I dropped my son off at baseball practice with this hat. Yeah.
Well, that means, last time I wore this hat on the podcast, I was actually wearing kind of a sweater like
That's
you.
That's why I wore this.
No way.
Yeah, actually I did because it reminded me of the one with the star in the moon.
Yes.
So I was like, it's a great color with this.
Yes.
These are complementary colors.
I agree.
Yes.
And I looked like a stoner kid.
Yeah.
I look like your 13-year-old son. You look like a mom that day. You were a hot mom that day, if you remember.
Like, you know what's crazy? One of my friends from high school recently was like, you just look like a mom. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? I think I said this the last time. You were like, you look like your mom.
But I said a hot mom.
Yeah.
Which is different.
Yeah. I just think I give like a mom
What it is
vibe.
It's the expensive vibe. Also, your accessories are mom. Your nails always look good. You always have a watch on, which is so mom.
Watches are mom?
Watches are so mom.
Damn.
Because who wears a fucking watch?
Oh, really? I feel like everyone. Honestly, I love wearing a watch.
I want a fitness watch.
I want a Rolex.
You have someone that could give you one of those. Not to bring up Sam's trauma, but.
So back to like our ADHD hats. See, because we go on tangents.
ADHD.
So you got yours in Palm Springs.
Anyways, I got mine in Palm Springs.
What happened? You got yours in Palm Springs.
And it was very expensive. And I remember being like, I should not pay that much for this stupid hat. Yeah. But I did, because of course I did. Yeah. And then wore it. It's been a year. And then you were in New Orleans.
Of all places.
Yeah. What, a month ago?
Yeah.
And you sent me a picture of the hat.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, I found your banana hat.
Yeah.
And it was identical.
Identical.
Yes.
It is identical.
It's literally identical. I love your little head movement.
Yours looks way better, though. I have to admit.
No, what do you mean?
In a hat, because I have a really tiny head.
I do look good in a hat.
You look so good in a hat.
Yeah.
Some people just look great in a hat.
Yeah, you look gay. Like, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Even though you're wearing girly shit.
I feel kind of gay in a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get the bringing your kid to baseball. You look like the kid being brought to baseball. That's what's happening here. You look like the little kid with your hat that's too big.
Yeah.
Being brought to baseball.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's so funny.
That is funny. But anyway.
You look great.
Thank you so much.
I was in New Orleans. I saw it. I sent it to you.
Send me a picture. Yeah. I think I immediately sent you a Venmo and said, buy that fucking hat.
You did. And I you know what it was? In that moment, I felt like, I was like, I can't take the money. I'll buy it myself. So then I Venmo'd you back.
Venmo me back immediately. And I was like, I remember, I think you sent that and then simultaneously wrote, I'm going to get the hat, but I'm paying for it myself.
Yeah. I don't know. I think because I know that you've paid for so many things for people that I feel like I get extra cautious,
sensitive about it.
It's like,
yeah, because I would buy you a fucking hat.
Right. Like, I know that it's okay if you wanted to buy me a hat, but I felt so anxious. Like, oh shit. Like, I literally had a full blown spiral of like, oh shit, if I take the money, I look cheap. Like, it was so crazy.
Nikki,
how in my head I got, and I was like, I'll get it myself. Like, I in my head, I think I felt like a freeloader or something. Like, I don't
Which
know.
you are not like that
so
at all.
Crazy.
That is. But I get it. I remember you said something like, I don't even know. Like you left the store or something. So I was like, oh my God, I needed you to have it.
Yes.
Because
and I
we
went back
needed
the
to be
next day,
twins.
and I got it. Because at first I was going to get it, and I was like, it's fucking 30. I think it was $32.
I think it was 36.
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something
For a hat?
Yeah, because I don't think your Venmo, I don't think it actually was enough to cover it. I think it was like 34.
Yeah.
It was something. I think you Venmo 32. It was something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, this hat was fucking expensive.
For a hat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And then, and then I got mad at you, but not really. But I like text mad at you. And I was like, Nicole, I wanted to buy you a gift. And you were like, no, buy me a gift on my birthday.
I forgot that I said that. But I was like not being like very serious in that. But I was like, no. Like, because I don't, which is something maybe I need to unpack that like clearly it's really hard for me.
Yes.
But
that's how I am
like
too.
That too, where I would do the same for you. I'd be like, get it. And I would just like Venmo without even thought. Because in my mind, it's fun. It's funny. We're like being crazy. But then as the recipient of it, it's really hard.
You and me both do that. Because I remember one time you bought me coffee or you bought me something and I Venmo'd you and you were like, why the fuck did you Venmo me? I bought you. And I was like, oh, well, you paid for it. Like, I don't want you to have to pay.
Yeah.
Like, and it's like a weird money thing where it's like, it's easy to give money. I will buy people the most expensive shit if I know that they want it or it matters, you know? But then,
which is crazy because I like could never even like
accept something like that.
I could never even say like I don't know where this would exist between us where I'm like, oh, I really want that. Like,
I can't even to this day, and we've talked about this. Like, it is hard for me to go on like a date with a guy and have them pay. Like,
oh yeah,
I know you're
at
like,
this point, I'm like,
you're like, give me.
I'm like,
pay.
shell it out, baby.
Yeah, it's hard for me. Like, I feel that awkward moment of like, thank you, like having to say thank you, and I'm getting better at it. But like, that's hard for me.
It used to be really hard for me. I used to feel really uncomfortable.
Yeah,
and then I don't know what's changed. I don't know if it's
you're bougie now.
Age. Yeah, it could be that too. But no, I think it's like how I feel special. But I don't need like extravagant things. Like I don't need to go to an expensive restaurant or anything like that. Jesus, I like can't talk. I like want to feel like, oh, they like doing this.
Yeah,
like, this is fun for them.
Yes, and I'm trying to like reframe my brain that way too, because I know people have said to me too. They're like, they want to treat you because you're spending time with them. Like they get to spend time with you, and so they're paying for you to eat or blah blah blah. But then in my head, I'm like, well, I also get to spend time with them. Because like, why would you be if I was hanging out with a guy that I just did not like and he wanted to pay for shit for me? This sounds so fucked up, but like, I'd be like, okay, sure.
Oh, it's easier for you to accept it if you don't like the person.
Well, because there's an exchange. There's an exchange. This is so fucked up.
Interesting.
But it's like if you're buying me food and I'm like, I don't want to spend time with you, I understand now that you're like paying for my food for my time. But if I love hanging out with you, I feel like, why do I get to hang out with you and you're paying for my food? Like, I just feel like I'm getting too much.
Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I feel like with that, I'm like, okay, like, cool. Like, I don't know, I'm going to find something for you or like, I'll plan a next thing or like, I don't know. Like,
there's still an exchange there.
There's an exchange. Yeah. But I think it just takes practice to receive.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
It's hard. Because we're just such, why did I stutter? We're just
stuttering earlier.
we're just such independent women who can
totally are.
with our banana hats and we can just take care of ourselves. We don't need men.
It is so crazy. That is so true. Like the fact that we're like completely self-sufficient.
I know.
Like we both are pretty much like independent. Like you're an independent contractor. I'm self-employed, which is basically like, but I'm independently contracted in some way if like someone wants to hire or whatever. But like the fact that we're able to do that and live in LA, which is like one of the most expensive cities, which I mean,
we're
as of
broke as shit though.
We're really, it's so crazy. Also, do you feel like money dysmorphia is just crazy right now? Like, I feel like that. I feel like so many people around in my circle are like doing so much
better.
I think it's like social media makes me
I think that's a little bit of it.
That fucks me up.
I think it's our age bracket that we're getting to.
Yeah.
Where like, it's like with health. Money and health are all starting to show themselves right now. If you've been making good financial decisions up to this point, you're probably now a lot of those decisions are, or if you've had the opportunity, a lot of it's opportunity, not decision.
That's true.
They're starting to show themselves. So people are buying nice cars, buying nice homes, whatever.
Yeah.
And if you haven't been doing that, or you haven't had the same kind of opportunity, or you don't have generational wealth, you're poor.
Yeah, and I feel poor right now, especially because my car died.
Yeah.
And I haven't gotten a new one, and we're sharing the car.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing's worse than sharing a car with someone, getting into an argument with them, and then having to use their car, even though you're sharing the car.
Yeah.
That's been like a whole trip of having a disagreement, being like, well, I'll see you later, and then driving off in his car.
Yeah.
Nothing feels
Thanks
worse.
for the car, babe.
Nothing feels so much more embarrassing.
Because you want to be like, fuck you, I don't need your car. But you do need it.
Yeah. I feel like recently my independence has been like clipped because I don't have the car, even though it's self-imposed. Like I've been test driving, like I could get a new car, but I'm also like, wait, it's really expensive. Maybe we can share the car and see what happens.
There's also a difference between like, you have the ability to get it.
Yeah.
And if I get it, it won't impact me financially at all. Now it's like, oh my God, if my computer broke.
Oh my God, forget it.
Anything. I need new fucking sneakers. It's like every little thing feels like a big financial decision.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely. And that's just like also the time now. But I'm trying to think about it and I'm like, during COVID, was like stuff that cheap?
I also was in a very different living situation.
Yeah.
Where like, I mean, you saw my apartment.
Yeah,
that was like
you had dual income.
Dual income in a really, really cheap apartment.
Yeah, my apartment's still cheap. It's the same apartment, but I was living alone.
Yeah.
So it was like a different time. But yeah, it's been a journey of feeling broke in LA, even though we're like wildly independent and still can take care of ourselves. But
yeah, and we can buy $36 hats.
But like, yes.
Which is stupid.
Yes. And then we're also worried about, getting a car, like groceries are, like I feel more conscious.
There's something that you said to me once where it was like, living in LA makes you feel broke and rich at the same time.
Yeah.
And I like really resonate with that because to live in LA, you do have to live a certain type of lifestyle.
Absolutely.
Like, you don't have to, but you kind of do.
Yeah, like there's an element of like sort of keeping up. And I feel like also growing up here makes it different too.
Oh, I'm sure.
Because I feel like less inclined to like really make myself look like good because I'm pretty established here.
Yeah.
I still want to in some way.
I see what you're saying. Yeah. You mean from like an outside perspective?
Yes.
Like setting yourself up. Yeah. Depends on what your thing is, but like some people, it's clothes. Some people, it's your car. Like you and me aren't big car people.
No, I don't give a fuck.
No, but we definitely like nice things, I think.
Yeah.
For me, it's like clothes. My clothes aren't nice. I just like buying them.
Yeah.
Food is a big thing for me.
Food is a big thing for me too. Like going out
to nice places.
Yeah, like nice experiences. That's really expensive. I'm going to this like restaurant called Dante. That's really expensive on Monday. They have like baked potato with caviar in it.
That sounds delicious.
Like what the hell? It's $18. And then my white trash ass is like, okay, I could make
this myself. I know. How about the fact that like alcohol is so expensive here? Like I'll be like, I'm not going to go out to dinner because I don't want to spend money, and then I'll go out to drinks and spend way more on liquid, nothing, no nutrients.
Yeah, when we were in New Orleans, we stayed at this hotel that had like a really nice bar. I think it's like won awards, so it's like a bougie bar.
Yeah,
which I didn't know actually. But I found out when I was there. The martini that I got was $22. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's a meal.
Yeah.
If I go to Cactus Tacos, that's my meal. $22.
Yeah. You can go to In-N-Out and get double.
100%.
Yeah. Two burgers, two drinks, and two fries for $22.
Yeah.
Damn,
unacceptable.
It's unacceptable. But if my friends are like, oh my God, I haven't seen you in a while, let's go get food, I don't even blink. I'm not like, I only got this small thing. Like, same thing. You and me, like, split the check, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Like lately, I'll just look at it. When I look at it through the lens of business, then I'm fine.
I love that for you.
Yeah. Because I try to look at everything as a business expense.
Yeah.
Which it is.
Which I did that for the first time this year on my taxes. I went hard on my taxes this year.
Everything's a fucking business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Even this.
This is a business.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, I know.
I'm so like into business.
Which I love.
Actually, this is a segue too. Doing this right now because as I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you and I just haven't chatted alone and caught up in so
Dude, we haven't hung out at all.
We haven't.
When was the last time we hung out?
When we got breakfast and we went to Living Spaces.
Was that was so fun. And it was like the first time we had hung out, so we were just fucking chatting.
We have work ADHD.
Well, we are friends, so we want to fuck around.
Yeah.
That's the problem, is that it was like we both had like a million things to catch up on.
I feel like we do right now.
I know. That's why I'm like, oh, we have to focus on the podcast. But I'm like, there's so many things I need to tell you.
Like, what do you want to, like, what's one thing you want to catch up on? Can you even say? No. Okay.
Well, I'm going to see you tomorrow for the barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm calling it a barbecue, but I have given up on cooking anything and I'm ordering us all pizza.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'm bringing topo, but should I bring anything else?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I'll do the pizza.
Yeah.
Which all you guys and your fucking lame ass pizzas. I'm only half listening to what you're saying. Yeah. I'm gonna get like half cheese, half pepperoni because I know you'll eat that. Stacey, I'll just let hers just be cheese.
We could do it like it's just girl event.
That would actually be really fun.
We could craft.
Yeah.
We can bring like bead stuff, nail polish. We want to do like manis or something.
Oh, I'm gonna get my nails done today. Speaking of doing things that I can't afford.
Yeah, I do my nails myself.
Me too, but this week I started work and I literally like ripped all my nails off because I was stressed out.
Are you getting fakes?
Gel tips, hair extensions. What else is fake on me?
I love that. What else is fake?
What else is fake? My teeth are fake. No,
they're not.
No. That's the only thing real about me.
I don't have any fake things yet.
No, you don't.
No.
What if you could like cosmetically
maybe my butt?
Upgrade. Your butt? BBLs are apparently the most dangerous of all the cosmetic treatments.
Yeah.
Just do some glute bridges and shit.
Oh my God. Speaking of that,
yes?
I told you that I have dead butt syndrome, right?
Is this why you can't do the marathon?
Yes.
Wait, what the fuck is dead butt syndrome?
Well, it's like...
Stop.
Yeah. Bitch, I'm like dead ass about my dead ass.
So wait, your glute muscles don't activate?
My glute muscles.
Do you love how I just did that?
Yeah. And I'm like actually squeezing them right now doing my PT. My individual PT.
I just started doing it too.
I know. I'm doing it right now. It's like Kegel.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. Isn't it Kegels? Kegel. You say it like you would say the word bagel if you were like from New York.
Is it a Kegel? It's a Kegel, right?
Kegel.
Fuck, Kegel. I like Kegel better.
Anyway, you have dead ass syndrome?
I have dead ass syndrome. I'm
dead ass.
That's
not what it's called.
I have dead butt syndrome. That's what it's called. My butt is dead.
What?
R.I.P.
How?
Let's have a funeral.
How did this happen?
So let's go back to 2019.
Okay. I knew you then.
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
No, you didn't. I knew you then. I was like, yeah, you did, bitch. But you didn't.
I didn't.
You didn't.
2021.
2021. So in 2019, I started running.
That's randomly. When you started?
Yeah. Well, I ran here and there, like in college for fun. But in 2019, I started running with a run club.
Okay.
And then I just ran impulsively and really liked it and kept increasing without really taking care of my body correctly. Like doing
what?
Any like proper leg warm-ups, stretches, rolling. Did not give proper care to my body when it came to running. I was dumb. 2020, I was supposed to run the LA Marathon, but by January 2020, my groin was starting to hurt. And I was like, that's weird. And it got so bad to the point where on my 20-mile run, this was like one of the runs I was doing for the LA Marathon, which was great time. I was running 20 miles consistently at like 9:20-ish. Yeah.
That's amazing.
With negative splits. Unreal. It's upsetting. It upsets me when I talk about it because I'm sad.
Holy shit.
So, but the first 7 miles of that, I was like limping because my groin hurt. But I was like,
but you were pushing through it.
Yes, because that's just what
it's also fitness mentality.
Yeah.
No pain, no gain, baby.
100%. 100%. And when you feel good, you're like, oh, fuck it. And that's my problem. So I went to PT. I was like, LA Marathon's happening in March. I got to do it. And she was like, your groin's really messed up. Like, you overtrained. Do you know what you're doing? How did you train for this marathon? Because my PT was Boston qualified and was going to run the Boston Marathon that year. And then COVID happened. So I started PT. She was like, I don't know if you can run it. You could try, but you might really fuck yourself up. And like, I honestly could barely run. It hurt. My groin hurts so fucking. It hurt me to get up my stairs.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So that was the start of it. And she had told me, you need to work your glutes. You need to strengthen up your glutes for sure, your lower back, your core. All of this has to get strengthened. And your hip flexors are tight as fuck. You got to work on that. So did I really work on that? Yes. But then time went to CrossFit.
That's when you met me.
Yep. So then I started like running again a little bit in 2022, 2023. Yeah. I think 2023, I ran a half marathon at the end of the year.
Yeah.
And my hamstring was hurting. But my hamstring had hurt for about a year at that point. And I was like, something's fucking wrong with my hamstring. So anyway, I run another half marathon this past February. I'm like, man, this hamstring is fucking really killing me. But wow, I just ran that. I did pretty well.
You did really good.
Let me sign up. Yeah. And I really didn't train well because my hamstring was injured. I got sick. Like, there were things that like went against me with this training schedule. So I go back to PT and I went in. This was like last week on Friday. I was like, hey, I have my marathon in December in Hawaii. Like, I'm doing all the PT exercises. It's not really helping. So he keeps doing all these tests. He's like, I don't think your brain is firing correctly to your glutes because you don't really feel it when you do these exercises. Because I was telling him I would do clamshells, I do everything, but like I don't really feel this burn that everyone is like really talking about. I'm trying. And then I went back and I was like, yeah, in CrossFit when I would do deadlifts, like it's hard for me to really feel it. Like I feel it a little, but it's not anything. He was like, yeah, you're not firing anything properly. Your glutes are so dead that your hamstrings have taken over. There's like scar tissue along one part of your hamstring. I think it's scar tissue. He's like, I don't even know what you did because even if you got an MRI right now, it's like too far beyond to like even fix. Like nothing, like you can't get any surgery if you did tear something and it's repaired.
What? So what? Does that mean the muscle
I don't know if I tore a tendon. I don't think I tore a tendon because I didn't have any bruising or anything, but something with my hamstring got so fucked up from overuse. So I might have hamstring tendinopathy. They don't know. But
can you squeeze your butt?
I can squeeze my butt. So right now my PT, all I need to do is stretch out my hip flexors because they're so tight that's messing up my hamstring. My hip flexor on my right side is 50% shorter than the one on my left because it's so much tighter. So the lengthening on my left is so much greater than on my right.
Holy shit, Nikki.
On my right is where my hamstring issue is, and on my right was where the groin issue was.
So what does this mean for your future of running?
So I have to learn how to train my butt, basically. Like I have to like do glute exercises. So one of the exercises that all I have to do is lay on my stomach and squeeze my butt and then relieve. That's my fucking exercise.
So you're telling me for like 10 years, you didn't do like a Bulgarian split squat?
I've done tons of them. I just wasn't squeezing my butt correctly. Or like I was, but I wasn't doing it. I think I need to squeeze it as hard as I fucking can to make sure my brain knows. Because I guess when you sit down a lot, your brain forgets that your glutes exist. Because it's not firing. So when you get up from a chair, your hamstrings are engaged, your quads are engaged, like your butt should be engaged, but like I think it's just my butt is dead.
Wow. Dead
so
butt.
It was like you need to strengthen up your butt so much so that when you run, you're not overusing your hamstrings.
That's fucking crazy.
So I've been overusing my hamstrings, well, probably way before 2019, but my injury or the impact of all this started in 2020. So I've been injured and running for 5 and...
Yeah, some change.
Yeah.
But then, okay, so that means that if you start doing this PT and you start growing your butt and you can run again, you think?
Yeah. He said, I think Hawaii's too
off the
out
table.
of reach.
Yeah.
He was like, maybe aim for LA Marathon. I was like, great.
Oh, you already bought tickets?
I bought my flights and everything. So my butt's dead.
That's fucking crazy. I've never heard of that in my life.
Yeah. It's a thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So I'm squeezing right now.
Yeah, I'm like squeezing my glutes, but it's not my lower glutes. It's like it's not my upper glutes, I mean. I can't squeeze. I have to like move my whole body to
I feel like when
squeeze.
I'm squeezing my glutes, it's like what happens when you're trying to hold in a fart.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, right?
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, same vibe.
So if that's the case, I'm like squeezing my glutes all the time. But
Do you fart a lot?
Yes and no. Like the better I eat, the less I fart.
Oh, yeah.
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 Yeah. What about you? Do you fart a lot?
When I would like count my macros, farted all the time because it was like broccoli and meat.
Yeah.
Now I just like am eating so light.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't even know what I eat. What I eat today? I had leftover. I eat a lot of leftovers.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. And so this morning, and I just put eggs on my leftovers and I call it breakfast.
That's so funny. I do the same thing, but I'll do it with like, I'll eat like pasta in the morning.
Yeah. Put an egg on it.
Can you eat anything in the morning?
I will eat anything, yeah. I'll eat cold pizza.
Yeah.
I'll eat a cookie with coffee.
Yeah.
I'll eat whatever.
I can eat anything in the morning.
Yeah, I don't get people that are like, I need breakfast food.
Yeah.
First of all, what is breakfast food? You go to a different country, it's different.
Yeah. Breakfast food in other countries I like because they're like normal meals.
Yes. Have you been to Ireland?
No, I haven't. What do they have for breakfast?
It's very like English breakfast, but it's better. One time I got I'm going to add a picture to this because it's like the craziest thing. So on the plate was, let's see if I can remember all of this. Obviously there's beans. There's blood sausage, which by the way is delicious.
What's blood sausage? What kind of sausage is it? It's not with blood.
I think it is. It's like a black patty.
Okay.
And I think it's definitely like a blood thing. We'll fact check this.
So he was upset about you talking about blood sausage?
Yeah, he's like, I want to go to Ireland.
Yeah.
He's like, my cousin Dublin's from Ireland.
Oh,
That's right. He's actually from Bakersfield.
Wait, when'd you go to Ireland? Last year?
2023.
When did you go? I feel like we didn't even
When I was in New York.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, how was it?
It's fucking awesome. Ireland is beautiful. The food is amazing.
The food's amazing.
I like the food.
Because, wait, what did you have for breakfast?
So
blood
it's
sausage,
like
beans.
Yeah,
egg.
blood sausage, beans, eggs.
Tomato,
Potato, because they serve it with French fries.
Wow.
Bread, Irish butter. I'm going to post a picture because it's like the most beautiful thing ever. And then the coffee's good.
What do you have for dinner? Is it just like...
It's a great question.
Meats?
You know, we did go to some Irish pubs. So like there was a lot of like Guinness stew. Stew like that, like with meats, carrots, stuff. That's not where I'm like, oh my God, that food was amazing. It really was like the breakfast. And there's also like a lot of Indian influence there, which I assume is probably similar to like London or like
part of
So we had some cool foods there. Also, there's a lot of like, we went to Cork, which was my favorite place ever. And that place felt very like LA, where it was like,
interesting.
Like there's like, as far as food goes, like there's a lot of like unique restaurants where you could just go, have drinks, have food. Yeah. So anyway, and it was beautiful. I mean, outside of the cities, it was one of the most beautiful places. I would go back for sure.
Wow. Yeah, I've never been.
Yeah. Where have you been? Japan?
Been to Japan. I've been to France, Australia.
Ooh.
Been to Melbourne.
Oh, yeah.
Sydney. Mexico City.
Okay, I haven't been there. I have been to Tijuana, though.
I've not been to Tijuana. I've not been to Cancun, anything.
Cancun's fun.
Never been to Cancun.
We could do Cancun this weekend.
Haven't you been to, like, Iceland?
Oh, yeah. I did go.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went to Iceland, Ireland in the same year.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2023, probably this is why I'm broke, is like in 2023, I was like, fuck my life, and I just traveled.
Oh, I traveled a shit ton in 2023.
2023?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
I went to Australia.
Is this when we just like didn't speak for a year and we were both traveling across the world?
I went to Mexico City. I went to Canada. I went to 3
I went to Canada.
Different countries.
Damn.
In the year, yeah.
Yeah, I went on 3 trips that year. Ireland, Iceland, and then an Alaskan cruise.
Who were we? Now you're back to broken LA.
Just broken LA.
Me too. I'm in the broken LA train.
Yeah. At least we look good. We look so much better than our CrossFit days.
I know. We look like different people.
Yeah.
I look inflamed.
Back then?
Yeah. I was also drinking so much back then.
Yeah, I was drinking a lot. I also was like creatine every day, lifting so much.
I was eating a lot, but I feel like I wasn't looking back, but maybe I really just was eating a shit ton.
I was eating a lot because I was counting my macros. And so I was hitting like 2,200 calories a day.
I think I got my macros too high. She gave me
They always do. And if you are ever feeling like you're force feeding yourself, which is exactly how I felt when I was counting my macros back then.
At the end of the day.
Yeah, it's like you're just like trying to cram protein in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way that's good for you if you feel like you're force feeding yourself.
I think that's the thing. I think my body was like really inflamed.
We're hot moms.
Way better now.
Yeah, same.
Than I did in my life.
I'm hoping it's only going to keep going. It's going to keep going up.
I think it's going to keep going up, and then probably around like
43.
I was going to aim higher. Like,
45?
No, I was going to even say like 50s.
Yeah.
But I mean hot in the way where it's like someone could be like, she's hot for an older woman.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think we look like older women right now?
No. But do we look old to someone who's 10 years younger than us? I don't think we look old, but I think they can tell that we're older for sure.
35.
But I don't remember how I was looking at 30-year-olds when I was in my 20s. And I don't think I was paying attention. It's only going, I'm like, we're probably at the apex.
Oh, yeah.
In terms of
hotness?
Yeah.
Our bodies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's probably apex time.
It's apex.
I would say into 40.
I would say, that's why I said like 42 is probably when it's like, okay. Anyway, what are we even talking about?
I don't even know. But like my point is that we feel old and broke in LA.
Yeah. And we're coming back season 2, though.
We are coming back season 2.
We didn't really talk about what we're going to change besides the look of our studio. But there's going to be a lot of new stuff. We're going to have new friends on. We're going to have old friends on.
Yep.
We are going to talk more about us. I think we're going to jump in a little bit deeper with us, talk about some things that hopefully you guys can relate to.
Yes.
And it's going to be fucking awesome.
Should we wrap? I feel like
I feel so sad. Yeah. Well, this is our last one. Your birthday's coming up.
My birthday's coming up.
Got some big things.
I'm so excited, though. I guess it's going to be like a Pride event.
Oh,
or like
at
it's
the
gonna be
Showgirls?
like more like Pride-ish.
Yeah.
Which
No
I'm
way.
like so excited about.
Oh, damn.
Because it's like extra gay.
Yeah.
Showgirls played on VH1 all the time. But I remember, I think that was the start of like my sexual awakening. Of
wow.
Like, I don't think I'm fully straight.
Yeah. The girl from Saved by the Bell turned you.
Yes. And she's also way better than Kelly Kapowski.
Oh,
Is that her name? Kelly Kapowski?
I don't know, but I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was going to let you know about Showgirls. And that it was supposed to be. Damn, I didn't actually look it up, so this is just in my brain.
And you said you were going to fact check it.
You
said you were going to fact check it.
I'm not.
Damn, let's bring it.
All right, this is not a fact check.
Okay.
So basically that movie, this was supposed to be that girl's big break. That when they cast her in this film, because she shows her body a lot, like it's one of those kind of things. Yes, but it was supposed to be like this edgy role that was supposed to be like, that was going to win awards and things like that. I know. The director, this is the part that I wanted to fact check because I don't know the history of the director, but I think people thought that this director was going to make something very epic and that it was just going to be like, like a good movie. Whereas like if Showgirls, the story is like obviously like, it's a cult classic where it's like, it's bad. It's bad.
Oh, it's bad. Like I'm asking everyone to come to the Hollywood Forever Cemetery to see a bad movie for my birthday.
Yes.
I'm holding people hostage.
Yeah.
My event is a hostage holding event.
Come gay hostage holding event.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there's porta potties. Like who the fuck am I? That's upsetting.
That is pretty fucked.
I hate porta potties.
You're telling everyone to get there at 7 so we can get a nice spot on the grass. You need to bring giant ass blankets.
I'll get there early.
Are you bringing a chair?
I was going to look on Amazon because you have to get like a low chair.
Yeah, I have a low.
So wait, what happened with this director?
So anyway.
ADHD?
Yes, ADHD. Okay. So basically they thought this was going to be the next big thing. She turned down, because this was her coming out of Saved by the Bell, she turned down a bunch of like leading lady roles where she was going to be like a rom-com star kind of thing to do this risky role that everyone talked about. You can even like read articles about, I should fact check that too.
I love that you just caught yourself in your own story to be like, because
like a lot of this stuff is like someone told me this. That's the only reason I know this. And so while I was watching it. But anyway, so she took this role thinking it was going to be a big risk. And I mean, you've seen the movie.
Yeah.
And I don't know if she ever worked again after that.
She has, but they're like small
little roles.
That sucks.
Yeah. Because that was going to be her, or that's what everyone said. It was like Leona Lewis. Remember her when everyone's like, she's going to be, she's going to be, I remember Simon Cowell standing up and being like, Leona Lewis is going to be the next Beyonce. She's going to be the next big thing. And she came out with one song and then we never heard from her again.
Yeah.
Same thing. People were like shouting from the rooftops. This is going to be.
They thought Elizabeth Berkley was going to be like the next one.
Yeah. Maybe she had star quality. I don't know.
She's beautiful.
She's beautiful. I don't know if she's a bad actress because the movie's so bad, you'll never know.
I know, it is bad. And it has, what's his face? Kyle MacLachlan from Blue Velvet and Twin Peaks.
I haven't seen it in so long.
Did you ever see the old Flintstones? Where
I feel like
it was
with like the
Rosie
live action.
O'Donnell? Yeah.
I think I have seen that.
Yeah.
And if I haven't, I've seen clips of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a time. It was a time. I know Showgirls is bad. So actually I'm really holding all of you hostage. That's a nice gift that everyone's going to come and pee in a porta potty and celebrate me. We're all going to have back pain.
All right. Well, all my friends are fucked.
You.
Season 1. Just talk over each other. My favorite thing. I love you. And we'll see each other on season 2. All right, bye.